All right, I think it's time now. We'll get started. Very good evening to all of you. Warm welcome to the monthly course demo webinar, which myself, Jayakumar, and my colleague Mubeen host every month. I think today Mubeen is traveling; he will not be able to join. So throughout the session, I'll be taking you through, explaining you various aspects of the course and how the placements are happening, what are the job market situation given the current recession scenario, etc. So we'll be covering in depth of all the topics that you may have in mind, which also means basically we want to make the session very interactive. So I'll be asking a lot of questions. I'll be pausing in between. You can also do the same. What I suggest is whenever you have a question, you can put it in the chat window. Many of you are already putting that. So what I do, I've divided the presentation into three parts. The first part, it's about introduction and the job market situation. And then the second part is all about how the course delivery works, how you are going to learn online, how you are going to learn offline, and what are the ways in which you are going to take the journey of skill building, etc. And again, towards the end of the presentation, we'll come back again and then say what the placement from the process point of view, how it's going to work, right? So I will be stopping in between and ask questions after every portion, but you don't need to wait. As and when questions are coming to your mind, you can go ahead and type it in the chat window. I'll, whenever there's a pause, I'll take the question and answer, right? And if it requires towards the end, we can extend. I don't have any problem, and ensure that all your questions are answered, so that by the time you're done with the webinar, right, you have a better perspective, right? So my idea is to present the information such a way that you take the right decision for your career. It's not only about Emertxe or embedded or any other domain, right? It's about giving you with a realistic perspective, so that because career is something which you're going to do for next 40 years, 35 years, like that, right? So you need to make the right decision. So this presentation will drive you through the necessary facts, figures, right, data points, so that we enable you to make the right decision. Okay, so that's a context. With that note, shall we go ahead and kickstart the webinar? Shall I start the webinar? Can I get some go ahead from all of you? Shall I start the webinar, guys? Come on, I want to see some energy in the room. Yeah, no responses are coming now. All right, Divakar, Tyagarajan, Hemalata, Arjun, Shura Shanmukara. Thank you, guys. Okay. So before I start, I have one more question for you. Can you please tell me from where you joined this webinar, which city or town? I'm based in Bangalore. I'm hosting this call from one of our offices. We have 3 offices in Bangalore. I'm hosting it from one of the offices. May you know which place you are joining from, your hometown or the city where you are joining this webinar from? Can you type that as well? I'm getting a lot of go-aheads. Venkatesh, Vikram, Divakar, Joshna, Gautaman, Nijo, Deepa. Thanks, guys. Maybe quickly I'll get to know where are you from, so that we okay. So we have people from Bengaluru, Aditya, Arun, Indrajit from Pune. Hemalata is saying village. Which village? Tyagarajan is from Coimbatore, Divakar is from Bhopal, Soundria is from Coimbatore, Vanmati from Bangalore, Chittoor says Deepa, Srikakulam says Vedika, Divakar says Hyderabad, Rushabh is from Pune, Adapsar, Shaikh is from Nellore, Bairesh is from Hassan, Arjun is from Chennai, Joshna is from Vizianagaram, again Ratna is from Bangalore. Very nice. We have a lot of people. Then we have Akhil from Hyderabad, Kerala, Kottayam, Nijo, Mayuresh is from Mumbai, Purushottam from Haveri, Pushpraj from Kolhapur, Chetan Raj from Davangere, Gautaman from Salem. Then we have Hemalata from Satupalli. Great. Okay, fantastic. So great. Thanks for sharing your location. Let me get started. Okay. It's a course demo webinar, which I already gave an introduction. So let us get the introduction about Emertxe. Many of you know, you might have done some research already. Emertxe is an edtech company. We've been in this education segment for about 20 years. So what are our goals as an organization? So we have two goals at a high level. In one, we would like to work on the employability space to make the engineers employable in the domains like embedded systems, IoT, and full stack web development. As you all know, India has become a country of engineers where we churn anywhere around 15 lakhs engineers per annum, and very few of them are having employable skills. Right? So what we do, we run these 6 months long-term placement-oriented training programs, both online as well as offline, give you a hands-on education and make you guys employable as far as fresh engineers are concerned. But not only fresh engineers, we also cater to working professionals, because we see a set of people who got their job, but they're not satisfied with the job profile. So what we do, they primarily join our course in the evening mode, online evening mode, take the course, upskill themselves, and then become a, get ahead in their career. So that's what we do as an organization. Any program that we run, the diagram summarizes our approach. It's like, you can see a hand making a pot. You can only make a pot provided you make your hands dirty. No matter how much of books you read, no matter how much of YouTube videos you see, right? Unless you're not going to make your hand wet, you cannot make a pot. So that's the approach we believe in. Any education program we run, we make it hands-on, practical, so that the learner is engaged, learner is motivated, and is also able to get the required outcome. So that's what we do as an organization. So as far as our leadership team is concerned, 3 of us are part of Emertxe's leadership team. Maz is a founder and the managing director of the organization. He's the one who started Emertxe. And apart from Maz, me and Mubeen are part of Emertxe's leadership team. Mubeen is a technology head. Mubeen primarily heads the entire team of trainers, our mentors, who ensure that various batches are planned and are scheduled, and all the programs are delivered as per our quality standard, etc. That's what he does. And in my capacity, Jayakumar, I primarily look into the placement side of it, and also I drive a lot of outbound activities, be it webinars, internship programs, campus ambassador programs, right? All the outbound programs I drive as a part of Emertxe. So just further talking more about myself, as I said, my name is Jayakumar. I have more than 20 years of overall experience, which can be divided into 2 segments. I mean, my first segment, for about 12.5 years, I worked in the typical corporate segment, where I was part of the embedded systems industry. Started my career with a company called Ishoni Networks, working on the broadband, routers, and gateways. I was there for about 2 years. Then I went to HP Hewlett Packard, where I spent about 7.5 years working on printer firmware. As you all know, HP makes different type of printers. I was part of the printer firmware group, working on various connectivity and networking solutions, device drivers, middleware application across various I/O interfaces like USB, Bluetooth, networking, typical LAN network, wireless network, etc. So that's what I did, and I grew in HP over the period of 7.5 years. I was a project and program manager for one of the projects called Cloud Print, where we directly print the content from the cloud without the help of a computer. So that's what was my last assignment with HP. And after HP, I went and joined Huawei. Huawei, as you all know, is a Chinese telecommunication company. They used to make telecommunication and networking equipments. And people also know, right? They also make consumer electronics brand. Basically, it's called Honor, where they make phones and all the wearable devices. So when I joined in Huawei, it was a senior manager role where I was heading the embedded Linux portfolio. So the main goal of the team was to customize Linux for various Huawei's target product lines. So in fact, if you see the course that embedded systems course is also based on Linux, because Linux is the most popular operating system when it comes to embedded systems, right? So that's what my last corporate assignments with Huawei, about 3.5 years. After that, I quit and I joined Emertxe as one of the part of the leadership team. It's primarily because of my passion, interest towards skill building. And when I went to, I did my engineering from NIT Warangal, where I did my BTech in computer science before I started my career in Bangalore. But I've been living in Bangalore for almost like 22 years now. I can say very much Bangalore is my hometown, and it's been really great to come here, work here, and being a part of a company which we own. 3 of us are pretty much part of the leadership team and pretty much own the company. Right? So my passion is towards education. I come from a family of teachers. Good amount of my relatives, of course, my own mother, good amount of my both my grandfathers, they're not teachers. So I thought, why don't I combine what comes natural to me, that is education, with the opportunity that is available to skilling engineers and make them successful. That's what I do. And it's been 10 years for me in Emertxe. It's been great experience interacting with a lot of people. And just like 10 years back, let us say to 2014, when I quit my corporate career in Huawei and came to Emertxe, right? The people who initial part of my batches, right? They're like 10 years down the line, right? They're like, even if they joined around 21, 22, they're like 31, 32 by now. It's very glad to see them coming and skilling ourselves in our institute, getting a job, and then over 10 years, good amount of them are in touch with me, or I see in the social media and also in their WhatsApp status, right? They get into first job, and after some time they change their jobs, get into very good companies. Some of them move abroad, some of them go into higher studies, right? And also, good amount of them buy car and house, get married, kids they have, right? They keep inviting for many things, right? Either it's for a housewarming or the baby shower or the baby's birthday, whatever, right? So it's a really an amazing journey for me over the past 10 years to see the empowerment what we are able to give as a company to budding engineers. So that's what is our passion, and we continue to do that. And in the similar lines, moving on, Emertxe as an organization, as I said, one of our key strength is being our association with placement companies. We have over 1,300 plus companies which are part of our placement network, who continue to hire our students from the beginning. It can be a startup, mid-sized companies, or big Indian companies, or also MNC companies, right? They all come and participate in our placements. And over the years, we established a very good credibility among these companies. They know that we are very, sincerely do our efforts to skill the students. We don't take any shortcuts in terms of, just to get some short-term benefit, etc. So that way, we have a lot of respect and also very good relationship with almost all these placement companies. That's one of the reasons why I very proudly say in every webinar that more than 80% of the companies are repeat recruiters. I mean, when you check in your social media or in your website, right? When you say some companies are coming and recruiting, right? They come and it's not that one time they come, the second time they don't come. They come and recruit our students again and again. That's a great relationship that we enjoy, and you can see there a good amount of logos here. And some of the logos keep changing because because depending on the schedule of the recruitment. But this is a kind of a snapshot of what the kind of profiles that we the companies that we have in terms of relationship, right? So now the idea is to, first of all, as I said, the first segment is about to understand about the job trend. Now that we are kind of done with the introduction, let us try to understand what is happening in the job market, right? Ever since the year 2023 started, there's been a lot of thing going around saying that there's a job market recession and the number of jobs are going down, etc., etc. But 2023 was still okay. But if you look at the later part of the 2023 and in the beginning 2 months, we are kind of done in the year of 2024. The recession only has gone deeper. You can see in every other day layoff news coming, or some companies shutting down the operations, or they're kind of taking a new product development path, pivoting they call, right? So all those things are happening. And on the fresher side, what the challenge that many of the entry-level engineers are facing is they're not getting enough opportunities, especially the off-campus opportunities pretty much dried up. Even in on-campus, a company has come, but they have selected you for placements, right? They're not giving you the joining date, right? Anybody is like that in today's webinar? Sir, I got the offer, but I did not get a joining date. Anybody like that? Can you please type in the window? Should be, right? There'll be some people will be there. Looks like none. Anybody here who got the offer letter but did not get joining date? Okay, anyways, I can come back always later and then check. Now let us try to understand, right? What is the current situation of job market? Okay, you hear a lot of negative news, but definitely if you look at the core segment, core electronics, embedded, semiconductor segments which we deal with, definitely things are looking much better. Yes, recession is there. Definitely we want to have more companies come and participate in our placements, but definitely the segment is looking much better. We're not affected much due to recession. So let us say some of the trends, what is happening here. The first and foremost thing you need to understand is the trend where India is becoming an electronics hub. You see, so far, whenever the technology or the software has come to India in the early 90s, when services companies started like Infosys, Wipro, etc., we have been known as a country where the software is developed, right? Application software, system software, etc. We've been a pioneers over the years, and then MNCs came, etc. has happened, startups have happened, and things like that, right? Now, what is the current jump that we are trying to make? Is also becoming a hardware destination where we manufacture the fabrication, set up a fabrication unit, manufacture the chip, manufacture the board in large scale, and definitely we already enjoy the software strength. So combine that, and that way ship a complete product that is developed out of India. It could be done by any company, it could be an Indian company or an outside company. So the days are moving very fast where the entire hardware and the software will be done from India. So there are many reasons. One is like the demography, how it is changing, and especially post COVID, people have developed a lot of trust towards India than even our neighborhood China. And added to that, there are a lot of governmental policies, a talented workforce availability, and we are the youngest country in the world, etc., are driving a lot of changes. So if you look at this diagram, whatever I put in the screen, that talks about how the job market growth is going to be in the coming years. If you look at the growth, which is nothing but a semiconductor and the device industry, which is nothing but directly connected with embedded systems. If you look at last 4 or 5 years, it is growing at around 10%. In the picture, I think we mentioned as 9.8%, right? So you can just roughly think about it as a growing at a rate of, CAGR is all about compounded annual growth rate. So it was growing at a 9.8%. So now if you see from the coming year onwards, right, it is expected to kind of double. So there is more of a very important trend which you need to observe. The reasons I already told. Right? Now, what is it resulting in? Your question is, okay, sir, that looks great, but what about me? What will I get? So definitely the number of jobs are also going to go more. If you look at the electronics industry at a high level, you can say it is an embedded software engineer or a VLSI or a hardware engineer, which is definitely going to grow in the next 4 to 5 years. Not only that, there are a lot of new jobs are coming in combination of AI, because everywhere you go today, AI is omnipresent. And also we typically get questions saying that with the introduction of AI, is it going to take away jobs? Right? Yes, I would say it is already taken away a good number of jobs. Wherever there's a manual effort is involved, right? Good number of things could get automated because of the ChatGPT and AI and etc. But in terms of the embedded systems domain, the story is slightly different, or I would say better, mainly because in the combination of embedded systems and the AI, a lot of new products are getting developed, right? Be it in the areas like robotics, be it in the area like electric vehicles, right? Monitoring systems, management systems, etc. So now such solutions are getting built in combination of embedded systems and AI. So my request to all of you is not to see AI as a threat. Now that you are part of our webinar and that result shows that you are inclined towards an embedded systems professional, right? In such case, it makes all the sense to have a very positive and a very vibrant growth in the coming years. So this is one of the graph to refer to in terms of the job roles. So definitely, as I already said, many reasons which are driving India becoming the semiconductor hub, the jobs that are going to grow. And specifically, if you ask me, 3 verticals that we are quite bullish, we can say it. One is basically the electric vehicle or EVs, especially the 2-wheeler EV segment. India is going to rule the world, you can say, because we already taken a leadership position. In the similar lines, areas like artificial intelligence and industrial IoT or IoT in general is going to make a lot of difference. Okay. So there's a link that is given where it talks about the market study. The data is derived based on the market study published by our own electronic skill sector or ESSCA, with whom we are already a training partner. And by enrolling for this course, you also have an opportunity to get certificate from Government of India via the Skill India initiative of government. Okay. So this is something which you need to keep in mind. Then what it means to you, it means basically you do not need to bother much about the recession. Yes, the recession is there. Then people ask me, sir, when will the recession go? I said, I'm not a pundit, I'm not an expert, right? Like all of us, I'm also expecting the recession to go out and then have more jobs coming into the market. Right? But having said that, the job market scenario in the embedded systems, it definitely has been good. It can be better if you ask me, but it's been pretty good. The reason being, majority of the embedded systems products or the companies that are into the embedded systems development, even as a services company, typically projects are of long-term in nature. Right? Suppose I am building only a software company, right? Let us say a mobile application company or web application company. There's no hardware involved in it. But so what happens is they have a relatively shorter path, but they go up very high and they fall also very fast. You can see that some of the companies which are adored in India, especially Indian startup ecosystem, they used to hire people a lot and then they used to pay them like crazy, right? Now what they're doing, they're going out and laying off. So that scenario is not going to be there with respect to embedded systems. It is mainly because, right, of the way how the market is structured, and the way it takes longer time to develop the product unlike a pure software company. Right? So we are not seeing major issue because of these aspects. So in fact, the next slide we talk about the statistics. So in 2021 we started telling 100 companies come and visit our company for placing our students. So that trend continued to be there in 2022 also. We could continue the same trend, and 2024, if you look at it, in the month of January we already had 102 companies visiting us, and February we are we're around 41 company. February is a little short month, but we still have another 10 days to go, where my team definitely push it towards 100. Okay. So that's what it is. So apart from that, there are a couple of other aspects in this hiring companies. One is more than 70% of the companies here, right, out of all the companies you're hiring, more than 70% of the companies does not talk or does not give much weightage to your academic achievements or your year of past. Because often we get a question from students saying, sir, I'm not from 2023 or 2024 pass out. I'm from an older batch. I tried many things, but it did not work out. My confidence level is low. Can I join this course and get benefit? Definitely, we say you're welcome. Right? So the companies, when they're coming and recruiting, they're not going to recruit based on the fact that you are a particular year of pass out or you have a particular percentage. It is mainly because the skill that you are going to gain as a part of this course is going to be the differentiator in the market. We have personal feedback received from some of the placement companies where any student who completed all the modules and then got placed, his experience level can be easily equated to 1.5 to 2 years of a real-time working professional. So that much is the intensity and the depth that our courses bring in. As long as you focus on the skill building part, right, automatically placements will happen. Because students keeps asking, sir, what should I do to get placed? I'm very desperate to get placed. I have some family issues. Some students will say, I'm already old batch, right? I passed out in the year 2019 or 2021, etc. Right? So you don't need to bother about that. As long as you focus on skill building, definitely the results will come to you. And very shortly, I'll also showing you our recent success stories where people from different permutation combination, whether they could be just like a fresher who put out of the college, or they have some work experience. Both of them got an opportunity to crack interviews. So that way you don't need to bother much about this aspect. Rather, you try to see to it that whenever you are joining Emertxe, right, ensure that you focus only on the quality and then learn. So as long as you learn, as long as your skill set is improving on a week-on-week basis in Emertxe, definitely the benefit is going to come to you only. That's about the job market scenario. Yeah. So now you may wanted to know, okay, sir, you showed me some high-level updates, right, and also how it translates to Emertxe in terms of getting so many companies. But ultimately, who is going to get benefit as a student? Can you show me some of the recent success stories? So what I typically do is I group two type of people into the showcase which we are going today. One is the freshers. Freshers, when I say they're pure freshers, they out of college did not do anything, or they came to Bangalore in search of a job. That is one category. In the second category of people are the ones who are already working, but as I said, they're not satisfied with their job profile. Either they quit and join our course, the existing job, or they'll be doing this particular course along with their day-to-day job, right? Okay, so two type of people are there. So let us see some success stories from both the categories. Go off the presentation. Yeah, so What happened? Got closed. Yeah. So these are all the students who are from either 2023 or 2022 pass out, which we call freshers, because 2024 is yet to get passed out. So we have a student called Shivam Kumar from Saptagiri College of Engineering, Bangalore. So recently got placed in a company called Windriver. Windriver and me go long back in terms of history. My first company I was working on an operating system called VxWorks, which used to be developed by Windriver. So he recently got placed for a 9.65 LPA salary. Similarly, we have students like Amruta Gunturu, who is from Rajiv Gandhi University of Knowledge Technologies. She basically got placed with the company. She's our online course student. She got placed with EFI, again, it's one of the another printing company for a salary packet of 6.5 lakhs. So then we have Dharti Nakka. She's from Acharya Nagarjuna University College of Engineering and Technology, Andhra Pradesh. So who could get a good job with something called Wild Networks, WYLD. So she got placed with a salary of 5 LPA. Then we have Abdul Kader Saeed. He's from Venkateshwara College of Engineering, Tirupati. Again, he's our embedded system students who basically recently got placed with MSEC for a salary of 4.5 lakhs. Right. So this is the last one or 2 months, right? Then we have Pawan Kalyan from Seshadri Rao College, and he got placed with V Connect Tech for again 4.5 lakh salary. Right. Then you have Bhargav, who's got placed with LG. LG, some of you know, they're very regular recruiters. They've been recruiting heavily for the past 6 to 8 months. So got placed for 4.8 lakh salary. Then we have Narasimha Lokesh. He's from Venkateshwara College of Engineering, Tirupati. He's again an embedded system student who got a job with a company called Global Logic for a 5.8 lakhs salary. So these are the success stories of students who are freshers who just passed out in the year 2022 or the year 2023 itself. Now we are going to see success story of older batch students. But in the older batch students, the type of people are very different. So for example, one category of people would be they're already working, but they want to increase the skill and then get ahead in that career. That is one type of. Then we have people who tried something but it did not work out. For example, after BTech, they went and prepared for IAS or prepared for any other government examination, but it did not come. So after spending another 3-4 years in that ecosystem, after that they come to us. Okay. In the similar lines, we also have students who are in their final years, right? Because in the colleges, basically in the final year, the project is what happens, right? Majority time it's free. So those students come and enroll with ourselves so that they utilize their final year and then they get into a better job. So that is the type of audience, and these are some of the examples, right? That I'm going to show for the older batches. Right? Let us see older batches. Okay, so you can see. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So we have students like Sridharan from Mahindra Engineering College, Tamil Nadu. He was working as a loaning officer. You can see that he transferred from a totally non-technical, from more of a banking sector to a embedded professor in a Sally Labs kind of a. Right. Similarly, we have students like Anu, who had a 5-year career path after completing the engineering. So they also skilled themselves up as a part of a university journey, got placed with enhanced company. Similarly, we have another example of Srinath. He's having 4 years of career gap, and he came and upskilled himself and got placed in a company called Carnax. It's based on Pune for a 5.5 lakh salary package. So then we have Aishwarya. She's from Davangere. She got placed with Eldas for a 4 lakh salary. So these are primarily, yeah, we also have Sri Saudambika engineering. We have Malati. She's an online student, but she got placed with Info Bellit. So like a lot of success stories happening. You can see, Vedangi. She's again from Nasik. She's an online student, got placed with, Rishabh, right? So like that, a lot of success stories are happening mainly because companies work for a long period of time. Then we have students, right, who are basically actually career transition from the customer support specialist to an embedded professional in a company like Maxnia Cytec. And we have another student who has a technical service. Typically, as you all know, some companies recruit engineering students to do the technical support. So probably, he was doing that in Fujitsu, and he came and joined us, and we become a SA Bay, okay, or a company got placed. So like a lot of success stories are there. I just showed you a snapshot of the successes which has happened in the last month or so. Okay. So that's about the the introduction session. So now I would like to pause. I could already see some questions have come in the presentation, right, or the chat window. I'll answer them. By the way, guys, looks like my network is slow. I got a notification from the GoToWebinar to stop my webcam so that I can get a better service. So I just stopped the webcam. Don't worry, I'm here only. So let us see some questions. Questions. Yes. So we have a student called Tapas Kota. He's from 2010. Was working in academic sales and marketing for social sector. So are you asking that can you get a job? Yes, you can, provided you are in the part of the skill building journey. Okay. So sir, I'm quitting and joining to follow my newfound passion. That's also fine, Joshua. Okay. It's really good to see that you've taken that decision. It's very interesting, but also very, very challenging. So then we have Yes, he's saying, sir, I follow your platform. Basically, a lot of companies visit. Right? I'm last year and going to join in March, so it's going to possible August. MNC will going to visit. See, MNCs keep visiting. I don't know why you are having some view that only startups are visiting. MNCs visit every other day, right? We recently had Honeywell. We had coming like Wind River coming and hiring our students, right? So MNCs continue to hire. It will be coming in the month of March also. Okay, so I think that's pretty much. Let me see anybody. Yeah. Okay. So packages are very low for some students. Yes, Satya, I agree. Especially from when the recession has started, we are asking the students to be little flexible with the packages part. Okay, because already jobs are going, right? So companies are laying off. So in this scenario, yes, our placement team puts a lot of efforts and get the companies, right? So we tell them not. Of course, you need to have some minimum standard, but even though it's supposed to be little less, go for it, because these days getting a job itself is a big deal. Okay? We are pushing them to do that. Okay. All right. So online students have drawback than offline students in comparison practical knowledge. Sarang, no. Our online course I'll show you shortly. I'll also show how the online course get delivered. There's absolutely no difference in terms of the learning quality or the teaching quality, right? You'll have the same effectiveness what you're going to learn in offline. Yeah, Mahesh is asking this question. This course is completed in 6 months, or it's going to take more time? How much? So these are typical feedback. I'm sure you are asking this question after speaking to our existing students. See, guys, if somebody yes, our course duration is 6 months. Okay, but what happens is when we see the students are learning a bit slow, because it's a highly practical oriented program, there'll be a lot of assignments and projects will be there, right? So what we do is our mentors give them a bit of extra time to complete the assignment and project. That way every module, right? So one module gets over, we give a deadline, but we may not get very good students completing those assignments. Maybe they'll say, sir, give me another 2 days, 3 days. So we can extend. So what happens, every module, if you keep on extending, by the time you complete your 6th module, right, it's already would extended by 6 weeks, which is nothing but already 1.5 months, right? Yes, our courses do get extended more than 6 months, but I cannot say how much it will be 8 months or 7 months. It depends on the batch. But yeah, so the reason why we do this is, as I said, the idea is not to run it like a semester. As you know, semester, you start on a particular day and we can end on a particular day. You can very well do that. But our idea is not that. Our idea is to ensure that you guys learn, produce the outcome, and get into a job. That's why, even though it takes more time, we are ready to spend. And by the way, please note, when the course is taking more time, our mentors are definitely with you, supporting you. It's not that they're going to leave and go away somewhere, right? So hope they understand. It's a very valid question. With many students, what they also believe is they want quick results, right? For example, 12 years you studied in your school, plus you studied 4 years engineering, right? But you did not get a job. But there's a lot of pressure on many of you. I know that. And there's a societal pressure on you more than anything else. And also, you see, there are a lot of negative news happening. So people want to get placed very soon. Say, can I get placed in 1 month, right? If at all, I know the far now, why are you doing a 6 months course? So it does take time. That's why we strongly recommend students to invest their time, at least 6 to 8 months in your mind, so that you can come up with a very good job. Okay. Hope Mahesh, my answer clarifies your question. Then we have Vedika, how to join placement in Emertxe. Presently, I am pursuing my engineering 3rd year in the stream of EC. How can I get placed by next year? See, Vedika, if you are in college, definitely you can take up the course. In fact, we appreciate some of the college students taking the course, because by the time you pass out and come, your skill level will be at a different league. It will not be like your friends. What happens to your friends, right? They will enjoy, they don't do any course, right? But what they do, they kind of, after they finish the engineering, they go ahead and find out some courses. By then, you would have been already well ahead in your skill journey. That way, you getting into a very good core company is very high. That is one angle. Second angle is, when can I start applying for placements, right? See, it works slightly different than the campus recruitment, because all the companies who are recruiting, they want us to join immediately. That's why I asked you the question, right? I think some of you already answered, saying that some of the companies which gives the offer letter, but they will not give a joining date. That's not the case with any of the recruiting company. They want you to join immediately. For example, today they give an offer letter, tomorrow you need to join. So when such demand-based hiring is happening, they want people to have completed at least the engineering degree. So what we tell to students who are in the college and doing the course, we say, welcome, you're taking a very good decision, or you're going to take a very good decision. But what you can do is you finish your course, basically the engineering course, and then start applying for placements. Again, this constraint or this particular requirement is put by the company, not we. So hope that's clear. Okay, Vedika. Then we have Soundarya is asking, Soundarya Natraj. So do you have any courses related to AutoSAR and ADAS? See, Soundarya, our course is what we call as a horizontal course. So horizontal course means by learning these technologies, learning this particular skill set, you will be able to design and develop any embedded system. So that embedded system could be an automotive embedded system, that could be consumer electronics, that could be robotics, that could be EV, that can be anywhere, or IoT, right? So we don't do anything specific to the domain. For example, the AutoSAR and ADAS, right? They come more in the automotive domain. Even though there have been a lot of requests from companies saying that, can you add this module? We say already the course is too big. If you add another ADAS and AutoSAR, right, it's going to pull more time. So we don't do anything specific to a domain, but specific to a vertical, but largely about a domain. So it's like, for example, we drive car, we learn car driving, right? So what is the analogy I can say? As long as you know how to use accelerator, brake, and clutch, you can pretty much drive any car. Of course, there is some variants. Similarly, what we say, you learn this skill set, you'll get into any of the embedded systems, maybe automotive, maybe consumer electronics, maybe robotics. That's the reason why we don't teach AutoSAR as part of our course. Hope that's clear. Very good question, Soundarya. Then this Arun Kumar is asking, working in Infosys, I'm not satisfied with the job. So Arun, unfortunately, since it's a core industry, and companies are expecting only BE BTech students, or in some angle they are preferring MSc students, MSc electronics, MSc instrumentation students. So for this, MCA students are not eligible. You can do the course, right? Nobody is going to stop you. So when you say eligible, it's from the placement point of view. Companies are still not open to consider MCAs, considering the nature of job they are doing. Hope that's clear. Then we have Saloni. So after how many months of joining the course, placement will start? So what happens, Saloni? You need to complete certain minimalistic modules. I'll show you that some important modules, the core modules, which happens around the 4th month. Right? So after that, there will be placement eligibility process where our mentors will put through certain tests and mock interviews, so you are ready. After that, you can start applying for placements. So I would say after the 4th month. Hope that's clear. Just asking at which criteria companies shortlist student for the interview. Mainly the skill set. Yes, right? Yes, is asking. Yes, Gundekar, right? Okay, they mainly do it based on the skill set that they're going to gain in our course. Not only that, how you performing in the course in Emertxe. For example, some older batch students may be performing well, whereas the new batch students is not performing well, right? So they will always go with the performance because they know that the course that we are offering is very much is what is required by the industry. So that way, is very much aligned with that. Yes, hope that clears your question. There are a couple of questions about the price of the fee of the course. So I strongly recommend you guys talk to a team of counselors. I'm not the right guy. Online course is different, offline course is different, and also there are some discounts which they time to time run. So you talk to them and then figure it out how much would be the exact cost of the course. Satya. Okay. Then we have Joshua is telling worker on applied AI for a year. I hope to combine AI with embedded concepts and also do projects on embedded AI. Yeah, that's a good space to be in, Joshua, right? As I already mentioned, right? In the combination of embedded and AI, a lot of new products are coming up. But my request is not to have it as a goal, right? Immediate goal. Your immediate goal, you focus on getting into core company. Right? Then you can decide to go into the combination of embedded and AI. You can think like that. Okay? In the first company itself, you are able to crack. That's great. That's jackpot, right? Because many people say, "Sir, this company is my dream company." They come study, they get selected. It happens, they're happy. But even that has happened. What I suggest is always focus on that domain. The vertical you can change. For example, you're in AI, right? You can go to automotive. You can go to telecommunications. Like that, you can keep changing within the embedded. Right? My request all of you is first get to the embedded, then decide where you want to gain your specialization. Hope that's clear, Joshua. Lot of questions looks like. Let us see. Then you have Sripati. Sripati is 2025 BEC and then 2018 ME VLSI. Sorry, B is 2018 and ME VLSI 2020. Working as a customer service team leader in Samsung Authorized Service Center. After that, still now preparing for government exam, but still it won't get so well planned to start my career as embedded designer. Can I get placement opportunity? Yes, you can get, Sripati. No problem at all. I think you are from 2020 batch on, so no issue at all. You'll get ample opportunities possible. Right? If you learn anything before taking this course, ask Vinay. No, Vinay, all the modules, all the subjects will be taught from the scratch. You don't need to learn anything and come, but come here and learn. So is third year students can do this course now? Ask Rutu Patil. Yes, you can. As I said, there's no limitation. But placements you can only apply after you complete your engineering. Do we have a doubt support session in online mode? Yes, you have. I'll explain that as we move forward in the next section, right? We just covered the overview and the placements part now, right? Definitely, you will be given a very good support in the online. That's why I said our online course and our offline course is same with respect to the effectiveness. There's no difference. Whether you learn online, whether you learn offline, the effectiveness remain the same. Absolutely nothing to worry. So as I said, duration extended. So basically, from which month we apply to apply company, how much module need to complete? As I said, you need to complete basically 4 modules. Linux systems, C, C++, and data structures. I'll show you that. After that, you can start applying for the placement, which happens after the 4th month. Okay. Hope this is clear. Can a working professional get the higher package if he is already working in embedded engineering from your course? Yes, it is possible. And in fact, we also tell working professionals when they go for the interview, it looks like again some networking. I'll go off the video. It's asking me to switch off the video to save some bandwidth. I'll come back. But anyways, I'll keep talking the audio. Don't worry. Okay. So, yes, you can do that. And we also recommend working professionals who are studying with us, right, when they go for placements, we also encourage them to go ahead and negotiate the salary and definitely, try for a better salary. Yes, you can. Sir, 100% placement are got, I think, right? As I said, as long as you follow our process, yes, you can achieve 100% placements. Right? Then we have Kirtika. All classes are live, sir. Are we recorded available? See, all the classes are live, but yeah, as a backup, every session will get recorded. Even this webinar video is also getting recorded. Our team will be sharing you shortly this recorded video of webinar also. So every day the classes gets happening, right? It gets recorded, and we'll be giving you something called LMS, which is called as Learning Management System, through which the videos will be made available, the recorded ones. So in worst case, if you miss any classes or you have some, you want to do some revision, you can use those, recorded videos. Hope that's clear. Okay, I have 2 months to join the institute. Do you have to learn anything in this gap? No Vinay, as I already tell nothing. Okay. Just come. Then we have Tyagarajan. I'm a 2019 password. I have 2 years of experience in automation in sales division. Last 2 years, I have career break due to government exam. I need to start my career in technical field. Is it possible to have a little bit of hesitation? But I am a quick learner. Absolutely, yes, no problem. We have a lot of students. I'll show you some success stories also. I think I forgot to show that where people like you after career break they're able to achieve that success. I think already shown, right? The later batch people after the career break, right? Let me also quickly show. Yes, I think already shown and the older batch students, right? Yeah, you can see, right? Yeah, the old batch students, career batch. Yeah, you can see here students after 4 years of break, 5 years of break, right? They join our course and then achieve their career break. It's all possible. Okay? As I said in the beginning, the year of password percentage, those aspects doesn't matter. Mainly, your skill set is what matters. Okay? All right. Let me just check for the few more questions. Do you provide hostel stay, sir? We don't provide, but our team gives you a set of options for you. We have just maintained a list. You can go ahead and check out them. Depending on your interest, you can take the accommodation which you prefer. Okay? We don't provide from our side. Sir, 8th semester I joined. Okay, without using hardware and learning how the online learning, right? Give me some time, Kritika. I'll explain, right, how the online delivery works. You'll be able to get a better idea. So currently I'm pursuing MTech and in second year. So can I get placed till July or August? As I said, right? You can start applying from July or August, right? Hopefully, by then your course is also over and you're also completed the critical modules, right? What are the 4 modules? You can start applying around that time because it's like March, right? February end of March, May, June, July, April, May, June, July, August. I think that should be possible. Yeah, no issues. Course for CS student, I don't think anything should be differentiated like that. I myself, I'm from computer science background, so definitely embedded system course can be taken by embedded student also. And then already working in automotive domain, I want upskill in that. Say Soundarya, yes, we already discussed that. I'm in third year, can I do the course? We discussed that as well. How do we get 5 LP and core companies to just follow what mentors are telling? Definitely will be able to get. I still see a lot of questions are come up. What I'll do is, if we still continue, we might run out of time. What I'll do is we will pause here. Okay, I'll go to the second section of the presentation and then we'll come back. Can come back and take those questions. Okay, no worries. I'll answer them a little later. Let us go back to the presentation. Give me a minute, please. Let me take. All right, let us continue. Now we are done about 2 things. We done about introduction, and we saw how the job market is moving along, and how there are still very much lot of opportunities coming in this particular job market. And we also saw how our students are achieving the success. Right? Now let us get into the course and understand how the courses going to get delivered. Srishti is asking, can you please answer me, sir? So Srishti, hold on. As I said, few questions are still yet to be answered. Let me run through the webinar for some more time, then I'll come back. Because if otherwise become too many questions means, right, some students will say, right, please cover the content of the webinar, right? I'll come back to you, don't worry. Please have some patience. Okay? We'll definitely answer. So what are we doing as a part of this course? This will be a embedded systems course where we will basically take you and then we will put you through a hands-on program course hands-on coding based program and make you ready for the industry. Okay? So there are 3 options in which this course is delivered. One is offline, where you come to a center in Bangalore. We are based out of MG Road. There are 2 delivery centers in MG Road itself, where we can host around 750 students. So you can come sit in the classroom and study. And students also can study in online. Online basically is about virtual classroom and interventions. So when I say virtual classroom is what we are doing already. Every day there will be about 2 hours of virtual classrooms will be there, where you will be lively engaging with the mentor, talking to them like how we are discussing right now, where the concept will be explained to you. And then after that, every day you will have 1 hour of lab session. In the lab session, you will be explaining with a project or sorry assignment, which you start working on, and those assignments you will get clarification via the WhatsApp group. Somebody asked, do we have a support channel where we can get a mm, where we'll get a support? Yes, we have an online chat group. Students, and it's live doubt clearing. It's not that you will get delayed. You will get a live doubt clearing where you will be clarifying all your doubts. So that's what happens in the online course. So similarly, the online course is delivered in the online evening mode also, in terms of timings that more suits for working professionals who can attend the classes after the working hours. And typically, this classes starts at 7 p.m. in the night and goes till 9 p.m. like similar to how we are attending this webinar today. So that is the two options are available in the online. But daytime batches, right? Physical batches are also there. Okay. So now breaking it further on, you can just compare these modules, right? I think there's a small mistake here. This I need to update this. This is a pretty old one. Don't get me. Let me just update right away. I think it's 6 months. Right. The 6 months course. And in the offline module mode, there is one module which is extra, which is nothing but the QT programming. And every day you'll have a 2 hours, 2.5 hours of classes and lab. Whereas in the online, you'll have the 2 hours of class, as I already explained, plus 1 to 1.5 hours of 1.5 hours of lab for 3 days for the online regular batch, and 1 hour of lab of every day almost for the online evening batch. Okay, and 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. you can message our mentors. There'll be live WhatsApp group where we can post your questions and get yourself answer. Okay, that's about the timings and how it works. And the classes are held from Monday to Saturday, 6 days a week. For the offline students, we will not give the recorded video because they are attending physically. But for the online students, right, we'll be recording and giving the videos. And hardware for the offline students, we'll be using a pick and arm boards. I'll just show you shortly. Whereas for the online students, we'll be using a simulator. And please note, learning from simulator will not compromise your learning in any manner. Whatever you are learning in the offline, you'll be very much learning in the online also. Okay, there is no compromise in terms of learning. Okay. The simulator learning will not, will be as effective as your physical board or physical learning only. Okay, absolutely nothing to worry. Okay. And yeah, 2-year placement support that is there. From the time you complete the course, right, you will get unlimited placement opportunity for 2 years, which you'll be able to utilize and apply for placement and get placed. So these are the comparison between these courses. Just give me a minute. And coming to the classes, online classes, somebody asked, right, how the practical delivery will be done. I'll show you basically couple of videos. One is on the C programming, another is about the microcontroller programming. Maybe around 5 to 10 minutes of video that will give you an idea about how the course will get delivered online. This is mainly for the online students. So let me open the C programming video. Just a moment, it's something is not playing.
These are the total memory allocated. Now, after an array has been declared, maybe I want to give the values into the array, because just the array's declaration will have garbage value. Assume I take int array of size 5. Okay, there has to be 20 bytes of memory allocated. Assume this is the 20 bytes of memory allocated for the array. So I'm storing 5 integers. So each integer takes how many bytes? Each integer takes how many bytes? Correct. So each integer takes 4 bytes. So if the starting address of the array is 1000, where will be the next element present? If the starting address of the array is 1000, where will be the next element present? Assume this is 1000. Where will be the next element present? Yes. Each of the element uses 4 bytes. So it is 1004, then 1008, 1012, 1016. To access the array's element, you have to go with something called as the index number. An index number varies between 0 to size minus 1. So very first element will be in index 0, second element will be in index 1, third element will be in index 2, fourth element will be in index 3, and fifth element will be in index 4. Okay. If you just declare the array like this, the array's element will have garbage value by default. So in order to not have a garbage value present inside the memory block, maybe I want certain values to made sit inside it. In such cases, I have to do the array's initialization. To initialize the array, here inside the curly braces, I have to give 5 elements: 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. In that case, that value will be written here. That will be 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Okay, this is how I declare the array. This is how I do the initialization, and this is how the memory for the array will be allocated. Accessing happens with respect to the index number varying between 0 to size minus 1. See here, data type, name, size, where size represents the number of elements. So the total memory occupied by the array is number of elements multiplied by size of an element. That is in turn size into size of the data type. If this is the array I'm going to take of 5 size with the values 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50, this will be the array. So the very starting address of the array always is called as the base address of the array. This address 1000 will always be called as the base address of the array, or you can also call it as starting address or address of the very first element of the array. All of them means the same, but we usually refer it as base address. Okay, you can call it as base address, or you can call it as the starting address, or or you also can call it as the address of first element. Okay, the starting address is called as the base address or starting address or address of the first element of the array. So then it is plus 4, plus 8, plus 12, plus 16. Index has to vary between 0 to size minus 1. So it has to be starting from 0. An array is a collection of similar data type. Elements occupy consecutive memory locations. First element will be in the lowest address and last element will be in the highest address. Elements are indexed from 0 to size minus 1. So if the size of the array is 5, index will vary from 0 to 4. Accessing out of the range array elements would be an illegal access. So whenever you have to access the elements of the array, you have to go with the name of the array, then the index number. Okay. So array of 0, array of 1, like this, you have to go with the index number. So if the index number varies between 0 to 4, I can access only between array of 0 to array of 4. Out of the boundary, that is accessing array of minus 1 or accessing array of 5 is not allowed. It is an illegal access where you might get to see a error. So accessing out of the range array elements would be illegal access. You should not access the elements in array of minus 1 and array of size. And once the memory for the array is allocated, it can never be altered in the runtime. That is, while executing the program, the array size can never be modified. So if you declare an array like this, it will be 20 bytes of memory allocated for sure. So this size can never be altered throughout the program. Again, here in double denum of size 6, there will be 48 continuous bytes already allocated. You never get a chance to increase or decrease the size once it has been allocated. So this is the concept of array. Clear this much? Okay. So have this one noted. The next we will see is how to print the elements of the array. Okay. So there are different ways of printing the array's element, which we will be seeing shortly. Before that, have this one noted. So the next we have got is to print the array's element. So when you are supposed to print the array's element, we usually go with the name of the array and the index number. But that has to be done on a repetitive manner. So what is it necessary to be used? What is it necessary to be used if I have to print? Yes, loop is definitely necessary. So I can print the array's element in any of a loop considered. Observe. Okay. So first I try printing it in a for loop. Int array of size 5. I also do the initialization with 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. I need another integer variable I for the sake of index. So I will first say it as printf arrays elements are. Okay. So I run a for loop for I is equal to 0, I less than 5 and I plus plus, because 5 is the size of the array. Inside this, I go with the printf. Sorry. Yeah, so printf %d \n comma array's name with index. Okay, so first array of 0 will be printed when I will have a 0 taken, then array of 1, then array of 2, array of 3, array of 4. When I becomes 5, 5 lesser than 5 will be condition false. You come out of the for loop. Observe the output here. So I'm compiling and executing. These are the arrays element which I am printing using a for loop. Let me change this. I try printing using a while loop. So if it has to be with respect to the while loop, go with an initialization done for the variable I. Then you can have it taken something like this. While I is lesser than 5. So then you can print using the same statement. Okay. So this is how you print. Is this sufficient? Is this sufficient? Correct. So I plus plus is necessary to be done because I will constantly be 0 all the time. So 0 lesser than 5 will be true, array of 0 will be printed. Then it has to be array of 1, array of 2, array of 3. So I plus plus is required. This is how you print the arrays element using a while loop.
Hope you got some idea about C programming. I have one more video which explains the microcontroller module. Give me a minute.
This conference will now be recorded.
Hello everyone. In today's class, let's see how we can write an embedded program to toggle the LEDs connected to the board bit. So now to write the embedded program, we are going to use the tool MPLAB XID. So you can see here. So this is the MPLAB XID. If you open this, you will see this as a starting page. So some projects are mentioned here, data sheet is available here. Even if you worked on some recent project, that list is available. See, and even you will get the microchip login. So if you have a login ID password, you do the login, and you can do the purchase on a microchip website, right? Okay, so now let me go back to the question. So question was, we wanted to toggle the LEDs connected to the port D. So now here in this MPLAB ID, you can see these are the different tools available. So we can use these tools as per the requirement. For example, this is to create a new file. It's to create a new project. It is to open the project. This option is to do the build. You can see different menu options are there. So as per the need, what we will do, we will take an approach. Whatever we need it, we will start using those things. Now here in this MPLAB XID, I already created a project and kept it ready. So project name is what? LEDs. So in this project, I created. So when this project is created, this MPLAB XID create some organized sections. You can see here. So now to write this program, to write the embedded code, we need a main.c. So generally .c files goes here in the source file sections, header files goes here, make file will go here, linker script will go to this section, or if you need any libraries, if you are planning to add any libraries, then those goes into this section, and finally this is the place for your executable file. So let me go to the main.c. So you can double click and open the main.c in the editor window. So now you can see I'm defining two macros. So instead of using port D directly, so what I did, since if you see the hardware, on the hardware, so you are having total 16 LEDs. So this is the PiximLab simulator board. So it's having total 16 LEDs. So currently we are going to toggle LEDs connected to the port D. These are the these are the 8 LEDs out of 16. So these 8 LED array we are going to toggle. Toggling means on off we are going to do. So now, since I'm having 8 LEDs, I'm defining the micro LED array as a port D, and to give the direction to the port pins, there is a register TRISD. I'm defining that with name LED array data direction register. Now you can see here comes my main. So here I'm calling init config function. So this function is to do the initialization. So what we are doing? So in main itself, we are not doing initialization. It doesn't look good. So there is a separate dedicated function to do the initialization. It is init config. So control will go here and here in this init config. So initially what we are doing, if we are using LED, we need to set the pin direction as output. So I'm writing my LED array data direction register as a 0. It will set port D pin as the output, and to start with initially I will keep all LEDs connected to the port D as a off. So to turn off the LED, I need to load 0. So I'm writing here 0. So LEDs remain off, fine. And here comes our while one. So if you see any embedded system, once you turn on the embedded system, it runs forever, right? It goes into infinite loop. So here comes my infinite loop while one. So inside this while one, we are going to write our application. So what is our application? We wanted to toggle the LED. So here is my instruction to toggle the LED. So I'm writing LED array equal to tilt of LED array. So what it will do? It will toggle the values of this LED array. If it is 0, it will make it 1. If it is 1, it will make it 0. So now you can see. So this is what 0x00. So after execution of this instruction, this LED array value becomes 0xFF. So entire port becomes 0xFF. All port bits become 1. So all LED turn on. LEDs are going to be turned on. And here what I'm doing. So before going to this instruction once again, I'm putting the delay. So if this delay is not there, what happens? We will not be able to see the LED toggling. So it will happen at very faster rate. Due to the persistence of region, we will not be able to capture it. So I added the delay. Then after this delay, what happened? Next time, since we are in the while one, control will go back here. So again, we are changing the LED array value from what? FF to 0. So now what happened? LED become off, then again delay. So like this way, we are making LEDs on, LEDs off. Fine. Now. So we have to build the code. We have to compile the code. How we can do? So here in this mplab xid, I install x8 compiler. So that's why this header file is also included related to the compiler. So now how you can do the build? So you can see here is one option to do the build. So let me click on that. It will start doing build. My project is getting a build. Now you can see build is going on. So it will take some time. Please wait. Now see, build is successful. That means your hex file is created, and even it will give you the memory summary of your project. So now my hex file is created and it is loaded also. Now what we can do? So we can load that hex file where in this board. So we can run that hex file here in this microcontroller. So this is the heart of this board. So basically here we are using PIC16F877A microcontroller. So we are going to load the hex file here. How? So you can go to the file, you can select the load hex, and you have to navigate wherever your project is stored. So let me navigate. So now, just for the sake of simplicity, I kept the project on the desktop. So let me select that. Now again, you have to go to the distribute directory. So basically, you have to use this path. After build successful, it is prompting the path where X file is available. I'm just referring that. Then you have to go to the default production. Here is the X file. Let me open. Okay, expected output is what? These LEDs should toggle, but it's not happening. Why? Because these DIP switch related settings are not done. So to turn on the LEDs connected to the port D, this DIP switch, second one, you have to pull this switch up. So let me do that. So it's down. You have to pull it up. So let me select. Now you can see the change here. So what this program is doing, It's running in this microcontroller and it is toggling the LEDs, and even we are able to see the toggling very clearly, right? Okay, so this is our program, our embedded code to toggle the LEDs connected to the port D. Fine.
So hope you got an idea about how the classes will be conducted in the online mode, right? As you might have seen in the video, right? Pretty much start from the basics. You don't need to, know any background. As long as you follow the classes and labs regularly, you should be able to definitely improve on your skill set. Okay. Tapas, let us take a few questions here. Classes will be conducted from basic level or not? Yes, Tapas, it will be conducted from the basics only. Let me take some more questions. So where do you share the list of hostels? Vinay is asking. Vinay, please get in touch with our team, our counseling team. They will further, share you the list of nearby hostels or paying guests, right? So Menaka is asking, if once placement happened to one company, are we eligible to apply for other company, like higher packages there, right? See, you can apply for as many companies as you can, but you can only get only one offer. We don't allow multiple offers, okay? Because it's not like a shopping thing, right? Because as far as the placement companies are concerned, we tell that no, all the students will join. We give them the commitment, right? So whichever offer comes first, you need to take. You cannot say, sir, I will further go for higher salary. We don't allow that. How about the attendance part for the working people? Whether you're working, non-working, you have to attend the class, Ramaswamy, right? Evening class also, there will be attendance. Is there any discount percentage wise to the student in online mode? Yes, she's asking. Again, our counseling team will be the right people to answer this question. So request you to get in touch with them. Okay. Okay, which microcontroller are you going to teach? It's PIC microcontroller. You saw that, right? You just demonstrated. That's nothing but a simulator. And Sarang is asking, do companies ask aptitude while selecting, or do you provide any aptitude training? Yes, companies do ask, some of them, or even good number of them, I would say. We don't specifically cover aptitude, Sarang, right? We share some materials from the companies because we focus on the technical side, technical aptitude. But general aptitude, we leave it to the students to prepare themselves and then appear for the test. Okay. Hope that's clear. Let us see any other questions. Yeah. How about the attendance for the working people? Yes, it's there. Will the course be online and interactive? That's what we saw that, Shashwat, how interactive it was. You got an idea. How about the attendance for the working people? Yes, it is there, as I already said. When will the classes start? Ask Tejasvi. I'll share you the dates towards the end, and then the forthcoming batch. Every month we start batches, right? Towards the end of the another few more slides, I'll show you the dates for the current month. Okay. Rushabh is asking, any requirement for online class such as laptop, device specification, or any other requirement? Not necessarily, as long as you have a decent laptop, because the software, the simulator, whatever you saw for learning the hardware, right? They're not very heavyweight. It's a lightweight open source software. As long as you have a decent laptop, let us say an i3 or an i5, more than i3, I would say an i5 and above should be good enough. Okay. Not something very hi-fi computer is required, not like that. Will the course be paid? I don't know what you mean by that, Sashwat. Okay, I don't know the meaning behind your question. How will the entry process or online or offline? I'm not from Bangalore. Okay, that's a good question. See, the interview process today, if you see, right, companies are hiring both in online and completely offline also. So as per my knowledge, currently it is at the 55-45. Where 55% of the drives are happening completely online and 45% of the drive is happening offline. Means companies would expect you to come to their premise and attend the interview. Okay. You being an online student, what we recommend? We recommend two things. One, utilize the existing 55% of the opportunities and try to get placed. In case it's not happening, After the course gets over online, if you want to come to Bangalore for 1 or 2 months, right, and attend all the drives, you can very well do that. And by the way, even if you're an online student, but you're based out of Bangalore, you can come attend the drives physically, no problem. We don't have any problem. Okay. I think some of the students initially, when I asked, where are you from, right? They said Bangalore. We have many students who are being in Bangalore nearby, even for that matter, people could be from Mysore or Tumkur, right? They can very well come 2 hours, attend the interview, and then go back. That is, we are fine with that. We don't have any problem. So let me just check some more questions. What is the minimum attendance criteria to get placement opportunity? I think it is around 80%, 80 and 90% is the interview. Sorry, the attendance. Attendance wise, we expect quite high, Sripati. Okay. May you know all the selection criterias? Okay, 1 second. I think just going under, because I have not heard. I heard not everyone will get the opportunity. Chaitanya, I don't know where are you coming from. See, after you join the course, right? Just 1 minute. 1 minute. Yeah. To answer Chaitanya's question, right? So, anyways, that's the next section we are going to talk about. A lot of questions are already coming about placement, so let me answer that. See, once you join the course, as I already mentioned, you need to complete the minimum required modules and then start applying for placements. But before you apply, our mentors will run through something called placement eligibility test, right? So there are 3 criteria for placement eligibility. Let me just explain that. One, they would expect you to maintain a minimum percentage in attendance, which I already answered. I think 80 or 85%. I'm not sure. I have a document also. If you want, I can show. One. Second thing, they'll be conducting a set of programming tests, right? Based on the programming, C programming test, you need to clear that. That is criteria number 2. Criteria number 3, you need to clear a mock interview which our mentors are conducting. So you may ask why we do that. We do that to ensure that you are prepared well. Okay. And there are students who do not, do well during the mock, they fail, right? Or they score below the cutoff mark of a C programming. So we allow them some more time so that they can prepare and reappear for the test. Okay. That way we give reappearing opportunity. Once they reappear and clear the criteria, they will start applying for companies, right? So that's a criteria, Chaitanya, right? And all the students who cleared the eligibility criteria, they get opportunity. I don't know where you are getting this data from, because I have the data, right? We see the placement opportunity information day in and day out, right? We, you clear the eligibility criteria, definitely students will get opportunities. Any fees? I meant to ask for the course. Yes, it's a paid course, Shashwant Nigam. There's a fee details, as you said already. Our counseling team will be able to tell you. So how many times I told you, sir, please tell my doubt. I'm crying. Anil, Akil, Kani, Kandi Banda. Okay, I don't know why you are crying, Anil. There's no need to cry. Let me see your question. Maybe it's a little high. Maybe I could not read your question. Hi, sir. Hi, sir. Hi, sir. Only it is there. I'm not able to see your question, Anil. Let me check. Yeah. So I am good at embedded testing. You provide job, right? So we don't provide job. Okay. You need to come, do our course, get yourself eligible, apply, and then the companies, placement companies will give you job. Okay. Akil, don't need to cry. We don't give you job. Okay. Then can you? Okay. Yeah. Let me just take some more questions. Is it possible to take both embedded systems and full stack? I don't recommend that. Take one course, because one course itself is quite, what you call immersive in nature. Do not take too many things and suffer. You take one, do it properly and get job. We don't recommend you taking 2 courses. Then Aditya is asking, sir, I'm doing internship currently, want to join offline class. I'm confident that I can manage classes with my current workload, but in future, if my workload gets increased, will I be allowed to switch to online mode? Yes, we do allow to switch from online to offline or offline to online. Yes, there is an option. Minimum CGPA per company, Vinay is asking. So that depends on the company, but largely, Vinay, around 70% of the companies don't care about the percentage or year of pass out or even for that matter, branch criteria. So you don't need to bother. But yeah, some of the premium companies do ask for percentage criteria, but 70% of them are not asking for any percentage. What percentage of companies hiring previous years? I just mentioned 70% of them are hiring all the older batches also. Shall we attend course 3 months online and course offline 3 months? Pushparaj, I already clarified. Yes, you can do that. Okay. If a person is working in a rotational time shift, can they attend day, evening class alternatively or make do with a recorded session? So you see, if you attend alternative days, you will miss, right? We don't recommend that. But if you can manage with a recorded session, you can try. But I don't recommend, because attending the live class, right? You are attending the live class, the experience is very different. Then recorded class means you are attending from YouTube only, you know, right? So what's the point? So kindly note, recorded session we give it as a backup. The main thing you need to attend live. That's where the real learning happens, you know. Then yeah, so Ramaswamy is asking, if the class starts at 6 p.m. but in some cases like traffic or extra work in office, then I join at 7 p.m. means, will it reflect in my attendance? Yes, it will reflect. Okay. Whatever is the criteria, you can explain, we can understand the reason, but our mentors will go by whatever is the attendance policy, they'll go as per that. So okay, right, I think I already clarified this question. You can only apply, get one job. You will not allow you to apply for higher package companies. Okay. So Joshua is asking, sir, I have 5.8 CGPA. Due to COVID reasons, I have workload in working in a startup for about a year, AML engineer. Now I wish to study embedded, put in an effort and move ahead. Please give your advice for me. That should not be a problem, Joshua. You having lesser academic percentage is not a problem. As long as you are focused and willing to work hard, definitely you will get opportunity. We have placed a lot of people with a lesser academic records also. Okay. What about aptitudes? Do all companies ask for it? Like MNC companies like ask for freshers. See, we cannot say which company ask or which company do not ask, but we say go prepared. I mean, in my opinion, based on my experience, right, most of them ask for aptitude test. You need to go prepared. Yeah, Chaitanya is asking, thanks for answering my question. Evening session 6 to 9 p.m. can be changed to 7 to 10 p.m. It will be well helpful for working professionals. No, Chaitanya, we will not be able to change. Okay. This, especially evening class, we keep it fixed. We will not be able to change. Randir, I think I already answered your question. 70% of companies are asking the previous questions. Okay. Previous batches, sorry. Fee structure, Goli, Tejasvi, just wait. I'll show our counselors. You can get in touch with them. They'll be right people to answer the questions. Okay. Sir, I already completed internship at Embedded, so I'm eligible for any company. No, you need to do the course again, clear the eligibility criteria, then only you will be able to attend the placements. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. I think almost all the questions have answered. So now let us move on to the third portion of the presentation, which is about the placement as a process. But before the few more course related slides are there, let us take a look. Okay. Let me go back. I think we saw that the online mode of delivery, and these are your modules will be progressing, as I already said. And many times students ask, right, when I will be able to apply for placements, etc. As I mentioned, right, once you are done with the data structures module, which happens after the 4th month, after you can start applying for the placements. Okay. And we have something called Disha system, where we do all the preparation activities in terms of resume preparation, interview preparation, topic specific workshops, and mock interviews, etc., so that you are well prepared for the interview. Okay. Right, I think we discussed quite a lot of things, right? Yeah. Now let us see placements from the process point of view. We come to the last section now. So basically, as I said, you need to join the course. You will be added to a Google group, and then after that, you need to go through the minimum required modules. And then once you clear the eligibility part of the course, you'll be check the companies, and whichever companies are eligible, you can start applying for that. Right? Once you apply, it will reach our placement team. They'll do a basic filtering. They'll check that you have the right set of modules, right set of era password, etc. Then they will share the list with the companies. Sometimes the company may put some additional criteria. They may again filter students. For example, some of the high demand companies are popular companies. They will say, for example, 100 students applied. They say no, 100 people we cannot shortlist. We can only shortlist 30 people, right? So on what basis they'll shortlist the 30 people? It's mainly based on the performance that you've done in the course. Okay, so that's a scenario. So as long as, that's why I'm telling from the beginning, your era, password, percentage, branch doesn't matter. How you perform in your course matters a lot. Then you go and attend, and then you basically get an offer, and then you get placed. And here two scenarios happen. One scenario is where you get placed before the course gets over. In such cases, companies would expect you to join immediately, except the working professionals, right, who can work out the notice period, no problem. But others, they expect you to join immediately, which means to say they kind of need to discontinue the course if they're in a day batch. So people who are getting placed before the course gets over, they can very well join the evening class and then continue. Okay, so that's the idea. And if you completed the course but you got some opportunity, you're not placed, that's where the 2 years placement support comes in. You can attend the placement opportunity for 2 years from the time you complete your course. That's clear. Okay. And and let me just show you the Google group to get an idea about the type of companies coming and all. So let me open my Google group. Okay, hope you're able to see see the placement application, placement group, right? Google group. So you can see here, these are all the companies, right? You can see right here. No, it's not latest, looks like. I don't know why the latest ones are not here. Give me a minute. I'll show you another ID. I'll show you personal ID maybe. Give me a minute, guys. Yeah, I think that ID got unsubscribed from the group. So here is the latest one. This ID is, you can see here. This is nothing but our Google group, where you can see very much the everyday whatever the companies are coming. You can see here, for example, Leica Wireless has come, L&T, right? You can see there every day, 1 or 2 or 3 companies keep coming there, right? If you go here, let us say, for example, Leica Wireless, if you click, right, all the information provided here, the company profile, right, and then the qualification. Somebody asked about the academic criteria. Look at this, for example, right, 60%, and they're allowing from 2018 onwards, right? Okay, and but there's little bit specific about the branch. And for BTech, for the training period, there's a salary. After that, 4 lakhs is the starting salary. For MTech, they're starting with 25K for 6 months to 6 months during the training, and after that, Once a confirmation happens, you will be paid at 4.5 years. Right? If there's a bond, we'll clearly mention, or with the written test, everything will be mentioned, work from office, then you will need to apply. Okay. So like that, every information about the placements will be open and transparent. Somebody is already asking a question, sir, is your placement data is transparent? It's always be transparent, right? So students can look into the companies depending on their suitability, they can apply. Okay. Hope that is clear. And other part is about Emertxe is also a training partner with National Skill Development Corporation or NSDC, where you get an opportunity to get certification from the NSDC or the Skill India from the Government of India also. Let me show you the sample certificate of that. So this is a sample of a NSDC certificate, where NSDC certificate are two things. One is you need to complete all the modules, then only you can apply. So time to time, our team will be floating application in the same Google group, can apply for that even after you join the company. Because we are also seeing many of the alumni who we placed about 1 year back, 2 years back, they're coming back and taking this certification because they feel having a Government of India certificate is quite valuable for them. And this assessment, right? You need to go through assessment to get the certificate, and the assessment typically happens in an online mode and also on a Saturday, because by the time this assessment happens, course would have got over and a good number of them already got placed. So that's the reason we schedule it on an online mode on a Saturday. So once you clear, we get the certificate, and then we'll be shipping you the hard copy version of it. Okay, hope that's clear about the certification. Almost kind of coming to an end now. So somebody asked about the course date. Here are the dates. We are starting the offline batch from 27th of February. So you can check out our website. And online regular course is starting on 29th of February, and online evening batch is starting on 2nd of March. So that's dates for this month's batches. And if you have any queries related to the fees, joining formalities, somebody asked about the accommodation and all, you can get in touch with our counseling team, training@emertxe.com. You can send a mail, and you can call them 809-555-7332. You can call them. It will be picked up by one of the counselors. They will answer you. Right? Vinay is asking what job roles we'll get. So job roles will be typically an embedded engineer. That's what we say. Working on any of the verticals. It could be, you already saw, right? Consumer electronics, telecom, etc., etc. Either in development or in testing or validation. Both options are there. That's a job role. Okay. Vinay. Offline class timings, okay. Offline classes can be scheduled throughout the day, right? What I mentioned about around, every day there'll be about 4 hours, 4.5 hours of classes, right? Put together lab and class. It can start as early as 7:30 or 8 in the morning. It can go even up to the evening of 4 or 5 o'clock, right? It depends on the batch. Whichever batch is available, the scheduling, mentor availability, classroom availability, they'll be scheduling. Okay. Yeah, offline class timings. So Arjun is asking, when is the March month batch starting? You need to wait for that, Arjun. We are just currently publishing the dates for the February batches. Once this batch admission get closed, right, we will release that. There'll be, you can just consider as the last week, right? You can see that 28, 29, like towards the last week it will be there, maybe March 27, 28. Just to get the exact data, just wait for some time, and then you can watch out our website. Once we close the admissions for the February batch, right, we'll open up admission for the March batch. Okay. Online regular class timings, it can be again in the anytime in the morning, right? Maybe morning from 9:30 onwards, because offline regular starts as early as 7:30. I think online regular starts around 9:30. 9:30 to 6:30, the class will be scheduled in the any available slot. Hope Pushparaj is clear. Okay. I guess we answered all the questions. And this is our social coordinates. We are based out of MG Road. These are social coordinates, LinkedIn and Instagram. Please you can just scan it, and then you can follow us in these social media channels. I'm still seeing questions coming up. Let me check. Ramaswamy is asking, if I attend a high package company, but my previous experience is not from embedded, so then they will shortlist my resume to attend the interview. Is it possible? See, that is not a criteria of high or low package, right? They see the skill level, because when you are sending the list of candidates to the company, right, we will not disclose your salary levels. We'll only disclose your skill levels, right? So because there will also be people who have just completed their engineering, right, who don't have any work experience, who may not have the salaries, right? So we don't disclose the salaries. We don't ask the salary of working professionals also. So it is up to the skill level. As I already told from the beginning, as long as you have the higher skill level and you are able to demonstrate to the companies, definitely you will be able to get a good package. Okay. Chaitanya is asking, once if I get an offer letter in a company, but I am not accepted due to various reasons like lesser LPA, can I attend another companies? No. Okay. I already told you. See, you saw the group, right? Google group message, right? Every information will be shared with you, right? Salary, what is you saw the Leica wireless, right? Initial 3 to 6 months during the training period, there will be some salary. After that, it will be revised, etc. Right? It is up to you. You can choose. You can choose not to apply also, that's fine. But once you apply and you get selected, you have to join the company. You cannot come and tell, no, I cannot join the company, right? Because I'm not happy. Or some people will come and tell, sir, my father is telling salary is less. My uncle is telling, don't join the company, right? We will not accept that. You're okay not to apply. But if you apply, get selected, you have to join. Is it clear, Chaitanya? Is it clear what I'm saying? Let me see if any other questions are there. Not seeing many other questions. Okay. So that's pretty much I had for today's webinar. Okay. So, okay. Okay, that's the idea. Okay, still a couple of questions coming up. Sir, any suggestion regarding communication skill, how to express your answers lengthy, right? You need to practice, yes. There are a lot of online resources available, right? Utilize them, practice. Communication is all about practice. Keep on practicing, you will get better at it. That's my recommendation. Pune location give placement, yes, stages. We have pan-India placement companies, but we still have, I would say, around 55-60% of the companies coming from Bengaluru only, because we are located in Bengaluru, but also Bengaluru being the tech capital of India, right? We have almost 55-60% of the companies coming from Bengaluru, they hire. But remaining 40%, you can say, right, they're pan-India. Companies coming from Pune, Hyderabad, right, to Chennai, NCR region, right? Companies come from all over the country. Sir, I will join the offline class, attend the 29th February. Okay, you're welcome, Srishti. Is there any difference between simulator and device? No difference, Randeep, right? Okay, as long as you, practice in the simulator, it will exactly work in the hardware and vice versa. There is no compromise in terms of learning. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? Oh, the kind of dot 8:50, we are kind of finishing. All right, I think that's pretty much it. So thank you very much for joining the webinar. Can I get some quick feedback, please? How did you find the session today? Will it help? Did it help? Sripati is asking, sir, can you see my question? Sorry, Sripati, I might have missed it. Can you please send it once again? Maybe it might have run. I tried to go up and come down. I could see I have already answered. Maybe I have missed some. Can you just copy paste once again here? What type of project is going to be done during the module? So we already have a predefined set of projects which will really exercise you to a deeper extent, right? So that way you will get a real hands-on perspective by working on the projects. The projects will be duration. Typically, students take about 40 hours to build the projects on an average. Sorry, yes. Can online batch students come and practice? Yes, we also offer the facility on a weekend. You can come, even you can meet the mentors on a evening, sorry, in the weekends. Yes, you can do that. So what will you prefer, sir? Online or offline? Okay. For me, I will prefer online because it's cheaper, but you will get the same result, right? Okay, you don't need to come to Bangalore to learn. You can be in Jammu Kashmir also, or you can be in Kolkata also. You can still learn. Okay. Okay. All right. It was great and helpful, says Saloni. Yeah, Randir. So I checked device driver sessions in Emertxe website. It's a placement course like this, whether it's included. Says Chaitanya. No, Chaitanya, that device drivers course we primarily offer for corporates and working professionals. That is also, we're not actively doing it. We just listed in the website, right? We used to do that for a company like Robert Bosch, a Part Partner, right? Canon, those type of companies we've given corporate training in the past, right? So now we are not doing that actively because our mentors are very much busy in doing the regular training itself. We got so many corporate training requests to do topics like LDD. We are not getting time to do that. But as of now, we are busy doing that student training only. Hope that's clear. How about the scope of embedded in the future, sir? It's excellent, Ramaswamy. It's already showed you, the graph and everything, right? It's got an excellent future. Not only excellent future, it's a long-term future. You can be in this industry for next, let us say, once you join, you can work in the same industry for next 30, 40 years. I'm not joking, right? 30, 40 years, you can have a long-term career in this industry. That's the potential it has got. Okay, it was helpful, sir. Thank you, says Aditya. Helpful, says Randir Singh. Right, great. Thanks for feedback, guys. Any other comments, questions? How did you find the webinar? Was it helpful? Did it give you clarity? Okay, Pushparaj is asking, if you do online for 3 months, then we can come to offline. Is it, come and do that? Yes, you can do that. No problem. I want to break your highest package. Yes, you are welcome. Okay, please give your best. Okay. How will the performance assessment in course done as a part of in course correlates our eligibility offers? Yes, the higher you perform, the higher your chances are to getting shortlisted as well as getting selected. Yes, your core performance matters a lot. Arjun is asking, the session was clear and institute looks legit. Thank you, sir. Oh, this all words are legit. I'm learning. Thank you, Arjun. Thanks for your kind words. Ramasamy is saying thank you, sir. So, all right, guys. So, thank you very much for your time and asking so many questions. It's always a pleasure interacting with you. And I tell in every webinar, right? Just because we run the webinar doesn't mean you only to come to Emertxe, only join embedded, nothing like that, right? It is a more of an awareness program. And I always tell you are the best decision maker for your career. Right, whatever decision you make, whether you want to do embedded, non-embedded, right? You want to come to Emertxe or go to some other place, doesn't matter. Whatever you do, give your 100%, right? As a part of Team Emertxe, wish you all the very best to all of you. Okay, thank you, all the best, bye.